Some design mistakes aren't just bad taste, they are unforgivable. Once you notice them, you can't unsee them. They make homes feel clumsier, smaller, and above all, less enjoyable. And the problem is that these mistakes are already hiding in your home, even if you're not planning any makeover. In today's video, I'm breaking down the 10 biggest mistakes I see all the time. And for each, I'll show you how to fix it as an architect. Stick till the end because the last mistake is the sneakiest one. Almost nobody talks about it, but it's very critical for your home. Ready? Let's dive in. Hello everyone, I'm Lorenzo, the Italian architect based in London and founder of Centioni Architects. I've spent years fixing homes that felt ruined by bad design choices. My goal here is quite simple, is to save you from these costly, frustrating mistakes and give you the solutions that make your home feel bigger, smarter, and why not, more enjoyable. Mistake number 1, choosing trendy over timeless. Do you remember that grey on grey craze? For a while, every home looked like a concrete bunker. Yeah, that was terrible. A few years later, and you might find yourself spending a fortune in repainting the whole house because you've done living in a rainy day. Permanent renovations in fat colors or materials age badly. That expensive kitchen or bathroom ends up dated before it's even paid off. Here's the fix. Keep the foundations of your house neutral. Walls, floorings, and cabinets. If you want to add trendy items, do it in small, swappable layers. Cushion, rugs, art, paintings. I'm talking about only small items. That is the best way, in my opinion, to evolve your home without spending a fortune. Mistake 2, oversized furniture. I once lived in a small apartment in London while I was trying to fit a 3-seater sofa with a chaise longue in a super tiny, I think it was probably 10 square meters or something like that, living room. That was horrible. It didn't fit, it looked out of place. Remember that furniture that's too big makes your daily living kind of an obstacle ramp. Don't want to do that, really, trust me. It's just doesn't make any sense. When you buy a house or if you want to refresh your home, think about the size of the furniture in relation to the space that you have. Here's the fix. Always measure your floor plan and circulation paths before buying. In small spaces, opt for multifunctional pieces. Extendable dining tables, sofa beds, nesting side tables, and so on. Remember to design for flexibility, not only for appearance. Mistake 3. Too much carpets. I once walked into a flat where everything was carpeted, even the bathroom, I swear. It kind of felt like an awful 1980s motel that hadn't been cleaned since. Carpets trap dust, smells, and stains. They wear unevenly, and in humid or high-use areas, they become unhygienic very fast. Once ruined, replacement is expensive. Here's my fix. Stick to carpets only in bedrooms if you ever have to do it. Everywhere else, use durable flooring, hardwood, engineered wood, or quality vinyl. You can also add rugs for softness. That helps with sound too. Rugs can be cleaned, swapped, and changed according to your different styles, unlike wall-to-wall carpets. Mistake number 4. Permanent partitions that kill flexibility. This is a very architectural one. I'm always striving to get the most out of every home in terms of flexibility. So when you add a partition wall, you need to be thinking about whether that's better to have it or a movable folding panel, for example. That can help a lot in terms of providing flexibility to the living room, for example. Permanent walls, as in proper drywall partitions, limit circulation, flexibility, and resale value. Why, you might ask? Because once they're up, they're costly to remove. And they cut off natural airflow too. Here's the fix. Use movable solutions. For example, sliding panels, bookshelves, or curtains. They create privacy when needed, but keep openness and flexibility alive. Mistake number 5. Theme park decorating. I once visited a beach apartment in Italy where everything was sort of nautical. Seashell lamps, rope mirrors, even anchor pattern cushions. It felt more like a souvenir shop than a home. Overcommitting to a single theme make your home look like a theme park or a caricature. Remember that tastes evolve, but a themed space traps you in time and it ages really badly. Here's the fix. Take inspiration, don't copy like for like. If you love coastal, bring in natural textures, maybe some light colors and a subtle reference. But don't let your home turn into Disneyland. Mistake 6. No live greenery. If your home reminds a dentist's waiting room, adding just a couple of big plants, trust me, will make it very much an alive space. I believe that homes without any sort of greenery feel quite flat and somehow disturbing. I don't need to tell you that plants obviously improve air quality, but they also soften harsh edges and connect us to nature. Here's my fix. Go for easy care plants. Snake plants, pothos, olive tree. You can group larger and fewer plants as opposed to having dozens of them all over the place. You can also start with low maintenance greenery such as succulent plants. I love them. I actually got one here. I think I'll show you in a video before. I love this one here. Here you go. That's very easy. I probably water it once a month and it's still alive and it's actually branching new little leaves. Good. Mistake 7. Ignoring storage. We all walked into homes where coats, shoes and Amazon boxes are scattered around. Storage isn't a nice to have, it's the backbone of a functional home. Without it, even large homes might feel cramped. Adding it later sometimes means losing livable space. Here's the fix. Plan storage as part of your design. Use vertical space as much as you can. And I also suggest you to choose furniture that doubles as storage. For example, benches, ottomans and media units. Mistake 8. The showroom look. I've seen homes where everything matched perfectly. Beige sofa, beige rug, beige curtains, you name it, all the same colors. It looked more like a catalog than a home. I believe that over-coordination feels soulless and staged. Our homes are meant to look like they're waiting for an estate agent to do a photo shoot. Here's the fix. Pair a modern sofa with a vintage table, or neutral walls with colorful art. Imperfections and variety make a home truly memorable and warm. Mistake 9. Color chaos. I've seen apartments where every room had a different color. All different colors that don't really match to each other. That was quite exhausting. Too many loud colors create restlessness. Instead of energy, you get sensory overload. Colors should unify and calm, not overwhelm. Here's the fix. Think about a base palette that flows through the whole home. Then you can use some hints of bold colors to create accents. It could be a single bold wall, vibrant cushions, or artwork. If your palette is quite neutral, then these hints of color might pop even more, which is great. Mistake 10. Forgetting the human scale. Once I went to this tiny flat that had some sort of kitchen island with some bar stools. They were so high that eating breakfast almost looked like an Olympic event. Trust me, you don't want to be in that position. Furniture and fixtures that don't fit your body makes the whole experience of living in your home terrible. Counters too high, shelves out of reach, or chairs too deep. They all turn simple tasks into annoyances. Here's the fix. Always test dimensions according to your own body. Check the kitchen counter heights against your elbow. Remember that beautiful chair that hurts your back? Well, you know, that's not a good design choice. The one that nobody talks about, designing for guests, not yourself. Designing your home around what others might think instead of how you actually live disconnects you from your own space. You end up living in a stage, not your home. Here's the fix. Ask yourself, who really lives here? If you are a person who never hosts dinner parties, for example, then you might want to invest in a larger and more expensive sofa. and vice versa. My point is that your home should really reflect who you are and not imaginary guests. Thanks for watching the video. These mistakes are everywhere, but once you know them, hopefully you'll start spotting them even in your home and fix them. If you already spotted one of them, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I post weekly every Sunday and sometimes midweek too. Stay tuned until the next one. Ciao.